Now, you action figure enthusiasts out there, JC here with another TNI news video. Now, I've got a lot to cover today. I'm playing kind of catch up here, so I'm going to go over a lot of this stuff pretty quickly, or as quickly as I can. All the news that I'm going to talk about has been posted on the website, so if you want to see better images or anything like that, be sure to check out Toy News International, Marvelous News, Jedi Insider, and tformers.com. Now, before I get into the news, just a quick reminder, this weekend, or actually starting this coming Thursday, is going to be New York Comic Con. There should be reveals from Marvel Legends from Hasbro. There'll be new Transformer reveals from Hasbro. Those will be coming on Thursday. The Hasbro stuff you can expect to see online at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And the Transformer stuff will be up earlier. Star Wars for Hasbro will be on Sunday, so that is going to be a little delayed. They're waiting to show their Star Wars stuff on Sunday. Hasbro has a few panels at New York Comic Con, but they don't have an actual booth or anything. So and then they have their special media event, which will be taking place on Thursday, and then again the Star Wars stuff will be Sunday. Other companies like NECA Toys, I'm hoping they show off some new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures, among other things. Super 7, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that they show off the next wave of Thundercat figures, Ultimate Thundercat figures. And then, companies like Mezco will be there. Mattel will not be there, so don't expect anything really from Mattel. They won't be there. But other companies, Storm Collectibles, they've been showing off official images for stuff, which I'm going to be talking about here in a little bit, but they should have some stuff. And, Tamashii Nations will have a presence there through Bluefin Distributors, and, those are just the companies that are coming to mind off the top of my head. But definitely should be some pretty cool stuff that we'll be seeing this coming weekend, again, starting on Thursday. All the news will go up first on the websites. I will try and do some news videos, maybe even some live streaming videos. I won't be able to stream the Marvel stuff since that's going to be embargoed, but other things I might try and stream here on YouTube. But definitely if you want to get good looks and the first looks and everything, be sure to bookmark the websites. Okay, so let's get into the news, and we'll start off, let's start off with Marvel. So today, Marvel, or I should say Hasbro, they finally officially announced that Grey Hulk figure, the one in the 80th anniversary vintage Toy Biz type packaging figure that first appeared a month or so ago on the Amazon Mexico website. Some people are actually able to purchase that figure there, but we've not yet really gotten anything official on it until just now. So Hasbro has now come out and said that this figure will first be released as a EU, a European convention exclusive. So that means places like the MCM convention and things like that will have it. And then here in the United States, it will be released essentially as a fan channel exclusive. So that will be available on November 4th here in the United States. So you will, basically people all over will be able to get it, but here in the U.S., November 4th is when that figure will be made available, according to Hasbro. Kyoto last week released official images for their Revel Tech Amazing Yamaguchi War Machine figures. So we'd seen this figure on display at some conventions, some overseas conventions, but now we've got the official images for this guy. It's going to be released in February 2020. And the figure is going to come with a ton of weapons. We're going to get 4 Gatling gun cannons, 4 blaster cannons, 4 missiles, 4 bomb launchers, 4 arm clips, 6 blast effects. So again, this guy's going to be packed to the hilt with weapons and going to have the kind of articulation that we've been seeing with all these amazing Yamaguchi figures. And if you want to get that one, it is up for pre-order and will be available in February 2020. For you Mezco fans, it was announced that we're getting a variant version of the 112 Collective Magneto figure. So this version will feature Magneto in his white outfit, and it looks like you get pretty much the same accessories that are included with the regular version. The figure is being released as a previews exclusive, and it is available for pre-order, so you can pretty much get it anywhere online that sells 112 Collective figures. It is going to cost $80 and is slated for a release of March 25th, 2020. Tamashii Nations announced a new Black Panther movie figure based on Avengers Infinity War. This figure will have 2 head sculpts, a masked and an unmasked head sculpt. You're going to get multiple pairs of hands. The figure is said to stand about 5.9 inches tall and should be out in February 2020. Okay, now we'll switch over to Star Wars, and there's been a lot of Star Wars stuff that's come out in the last week or so as companies have been given the green light to start officially announcing their products that they're going to be offering this coming Friday for Triple Force Friday. Now, Target, for those of you who like to go to the stores at midnight, Target stores will not be participating in any midnight openings unless, maybe the Target, if it's already open at 24 hours or something. I'm not sure if Targets have 24-hour stores, but they're not technically participating in that. There are a few select Walmart stores that will be participating in that. And again, if you've got a Walmart that stays open 24 hours normally, you probably start seeing this out on shelves. Well, actually, you could probably go to your local Walmart or Target now and see a lot of this stuff already on the shelves. But when you try and check out with it, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be able to. The computer says it's embargoed until October 4th. Very frustrating. I know this happens every year. The companies do it. I assume they do it. Some people say it's because the store stockers just don't pay attention. I think they do it deliberately, so it gets you in the store early. But, technically you can't check out with it because the store computer won't let you. Again, it happens year after year, so it's not like just an accident in my opinion. But nevertheless, the official release date when you can actually check out with this stuff will be this coming Friday, and some Walmarts will be participating in the whole opening up at midnight on Thursday night so that you can go in and buy the stuff. Toys R Us, we don't really have Toys R Us here in this country anymore, so I don't know about Canada and stuff. They might be participating, but here in the U.S., that's not a factor anymore. So really, I would say 9 times out of 10, you're either going to have to order them online. Places like Big Bad Toys Store, even like Amazon, they'll have them up available probably right at midnight on Thursday, and you can buy them online. Most of the stuff I don't think will be terribly hard. There might be a few store exclusives that are coming, which I'm going to go over here. That might be a little more difficult to get, like GameStop and stuff. But again, I don't think most of these figures are going to be terribly difficult to get once the October 4th, this Friday date comes and goes. But before I get into the Triple Force Friday stuff, I wanted to let you know, like with the Hasbro Marvel Legend Grey Hulk figure, they are doing a 6-inch Black Series EU convention exclusive that will be made available here in the US at a later date after November 4th. But this figure is first going to be made available. Actually, it was released this past weekend at the German Comic Con, and there's some other EU conventions it'll be available at. And then again, on November 4th, like with the Grey Hulk, you'll be able to get it online here in the U.S. at places like Big Bad Toy Store, and probably, maybe GameStop will carry these as well. I don't know. Essentially, here in the U.S., it's a fan channel exclusive, and then but it's going to be released at some overseas conventions beforehand. And this figure, it's based on how he appeared at the end of Star Wars: A New Hope at Yavin when he was getting the award with the yellow jacket and the brown pants and the gun belt and everything. But it's also based on how he appeared in the Marvel Comics run, the recent Marvel comic run, and that's what they're technically basing this on. So it doesn't actually come with an award or a medal that he got like at the end of Episode 4. It will, however, come with stuff like most of the stuff that you saw him use in A New Hope during his training with Obi-Wan on the Millennium Falcon, the little blast ball, the blast shield helmet, things like that. You're also going to get some Jedi texts, and of course his blue lightsaber. And again, that figure will be made available here in the U.S. starting in early November. Okay, now let's get into the Hasbro Triple Force Friday stuff. Of course, there'll be stuff for Lego and Funko and all that stuff, but I'm really going to only focus on the Hasbro stuff here. Now, things like the vintage collection figures, I've actually talked about in a previous video. Those figures including the Knight of Ren and Rey and stuff, the Zori Bliss, the Jet Trooper, and then Luke Skywalker and his X-Wing fighter pilot. Those figures, that wave will be released on Triple Force Friday. There's also going to be 3 vehicles released for the 3 3/4-inch vintage collection line. All should be out on Triple Force Friday. 2 of which are X-Wing fighters. One is an updated Poe Dameron X-Wing fighter that has more orange on it. These, again, are part of the vintage collection line, so they should be better quality than the X-Wing, the Poe Dameron X-Wing fighter that we got for Force Awakens, which had the really cheap plastic and everything. The downside here is the cost. Both the X-Wings are going to cost $99.99. The second X-Wing is a Luke Skywalker X-Wing from the original movies. So they're basically doing another one for Luke. But both of those are going to cost $99.99. They do come in the vintage style packaging. I know like the Poe Dameron one is going to have a feature where like you have the ladder that you can actually pull out from the bottom of the ship and then, you know, attach it to it so that basically he can climb up into the cockpit. So that's kind of cool. And there's a place for BB-8 and of course a place for Poe Dameron. No figures are included with these. And again, the price is a bit high. It's $99.99. And of course, that's why companies don't like to do 3 3/4 inch stuff anymore, because of the cost. But there you go. They seem to have pretty much done away with the 5-point of articulated stuff. So this year, so that's a good thing. But again, you know, with the higher end stuff, it is going to cost more. And then the third vehicle they're doing is a new AT-ST, though not really new. We've seen this AT-ST released before. It is, you know, their nicer version, but they've done it multiple times. This one is technically based on the Mandalorian TV series, so you do get some new markings and stuff on it. You also get an exclusive figure from the series with it, a 3 3/4 inch figure. This will be a Best Buy exclusive. I don't know if this will be out exactly on Force Friday. I think this one might be released a little bit later in the year. But again, it will be a Best Buy exclusive and will cost $79.99. And then one other thing they're doing for 3 3/4 inch collectors is they're releasing a line called the Skywalker Saga of figures. So these are 2-packs. These are going to be exclusive to Walmart, and these are things that have actually already started to see release out on shelves. Again, people haven't been able to check out with them, but if you go to your local Walmart, you might actually see these out on shelves. And these 2-packs, they're figures that we've seen before, but now they're done in metallic gold. So we're getting Han Solo and Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker and Chewbacca, and then Darth Vader and a Stormtrooper. So the 3 2-packs, each 2-pack will cost $14.99. And again, these will be Walmart exclusives, and these will be out on Force Friday. Okay, now switching over to Black Series. So first of all, for a GameStop exclusive, we're getting this new 6-inch Purge Stormtrooper, which I believe is based on the upcoming Jedi Fallen Order video game. Again, this figure is a GameStop exclusive and should be out, again, probably not going to be out this Friday, but should be out within the next few weeks. And I believe you can go to GameStop. I'm not sure if it's available online, but if you go into your local GameStop, you can have it pre-ordered, and the figure is going to cost $19.99. They're doing a line of figures called the Carbonized Collection. So these are repainted figures of the, they're doing them as regular figures, but then they're doing these repainted versions with metallic finishes that they're releasing as various store exclusives. So I talked about one of these, the second sister Inquisitor from the Jedi Fallen Order video game. That one we had seen already. That is a GameStop exclusive and probably will be out this coming Friday or very soon thereafter. And then we're getting the Mandalorian, which I've also talked about. That one's in a bronze color, and that one is going to be a Target store exclusive. There's also going to be a First Order Jet Trooper, which will be exclusive at Walmart, and then a Sith Trooper, which will be exclusive to Amazon with a metallic red finish. That one's probably the coolest looking of the bunch. And of course, the packaging also varies a little bit from the standard Black Series figures. And these cost $24.99, so they are a bit more expensive. Now, Target will also be getting a First Order Elite Snow Trooper figure, which is basically looks like the Snow Trooper that we saw from Force Awakens, but now he has a nice soft goods hood and cape. There's a little bit difference, looks like, on the armor, but for the most part, just looks like just the Snow Trooper with a cape and hood. And again, that's going to be a Target exclusive, and that one's going to cost $24.99. Then other figures that are going to be released is the Supreme Leader Kylo Ren with his welded helmet. I guess he put his helmet back together. We're getting Rey with the DO droid. Rey is wearing a similar outfit to what we saw in Force Awakens, only now it's more white, I guess, and she has the same kind of accessories that we saw before. We're getting Mandalorian, or just a regular Mandalorian figure. We're also getting the Off-World Jawa with the red eyes, and that one, the cloak that he wears is not the same color. It's a little bit different color. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same Jawa that we got before. We're getting Cara Dune, which is from the Mandalorian TV series. We're getting Cal Kestis, which is from the Fall Fallen Order video game. We're getting a regular, just Second Sister Inquisitor as part of the regular line. And then we're also getting the Sith Trooper and a regular First Order Stormtrooper with the shield and the baton, which essentially was a re-release of the Target exclusive back during Force Awakens. So, and those are going to be released. So, two different ways you can get those. You can get them in the standard regular Black Series packaging, or there'll be special first appearance white boxes, which I know you can get at Walmart. I don't know if those are going to be available everywhere, but definitely will be available at Walmart. And while we're on the subject of Star Wars, Tamashii Nations revealed 3 new figures for the upcoming Rise of Skywalker movie. All 3 figures are slated to be released in November. So we're going to be getting Rey, and she, once again, will be coming with that new droid, the D0 droid. We're getting Kylo Ren with a helmeted head with the red markings on it, and then also an unmasked head. The same kind of accessories that we've seen before. Rey's going to come with the blaster, the lightsaber, and that staff thing that she always carries around. And then Kylo Ren, of course, will come with his signature lightsaber. And the third figure is a Sith Trooper, the red First Order Stormtrooper, and he will come with 3 different blaster-type rifles. And again, all 3 of those figures will be available in November. For you Mafex fans, we're getting another Aquaman movie figure. We got Aquaman first, and now we're getting, of course, Black Manta. So we'd seen this figure at some of the conventions, but now we've got the official images. The release date for this one is June 2020. He's going to come with a jetpack blast effect, a sword, a knife, a removable blade, and spear attachment for his wrist gauntlets. And of course, we'll also have things like multiple pairs of hands. And again, that figure is slated for release in June 2020. And then finally, Storm Collectibles has been releasing official images for quite a few of their upcoming figures. So first of all, for New York Comic Con, they are going to be releasing some exclusive figures. They're going to be doing a bloody version of Scorpion, their new 1/12 scale Scorpion figure, which is going to cost $70. They're also doing a purple version of Smoke. That one's going to cost $75. And then for you Tekken fans, they're doing a final battle version of the Mishima figure, and that one's going to cost $75. They've been releasing official images for the DC Injustice 2 figures that they'd been showing off at conventions. I believe in my last news video I talked about the Bane figure, which is going to be released in Q4 of 2019, and that one's going to have 3 pairs of interchangeable hands, a very sizable figure, and if you're a fan of Bane, that one's probably going to interest you. And then since then, they've also released official images for their Lobo figure. So this is the one that I'm looking most forward to. This one is going to be released in early 2020. It's going to have 3 interchangeable head sculpts, 3 interchangeable hairstyles, or I should say 2 hairstyles, 4 pairs of hands, a shotgun, and a cigar, and of course his chain and hook. And again, that figure is going to be out in early 2020 and looking pretty good. And then finally, they released just today official images for their Darkseid figure, also based on the DC Injustice 2 video game. So this figure is going to stand just under 10 inches tall and will come with 4 different head sculpts. You're going to be getting multiple pairs of hands, and you will also, of course, get his Omega Beam effect. You'll actually get 2 versions of the Omega Beam effect. And that figure, like with Lobo, should be out in early 2020. For Mortal Kombat fans, just yesterday they released official images for their Skeetor figure with the metallic red. Looks pretty good. He's going to come with 4 different pairs of hands. He'll have his smoke missile with smoke effect, and then also his fatality compactor type weapon. Not entirely sure how that one's going to work. And that figure will be out at the end of this year in December. And then the final 2 figures they recently revealed official images for are based on the King of Fighters 98 video game. So first of all, Terry Bogard, which will be released at the end of this year. And that one's going to have interchangeable hands and 4 interchangeable head sculpts. You're going to have his vest. You're going to have a power wave effect, a power geyser effect, a bird knuckle effect, and then part of the Omega Rugal gravity smash effect. And again, that figure should be out at the end of this year. And then the second figure they've released official images for from King of Fighters is the Lori figure. And he'll have multiple pairs of hands. He'll have 4 different head sculpts. He'll have the various effect pieces mimicking his abilities, and then also have part of that Omega Rugal Gravity Smash effect. And like with the Bogard figure, that one should be out at the end of this year. Okay, so that's it for today. And don't forget that starting on Thursday morning, we'll be kicking off New York Comic Con. I am expecting hopefully some pretty cool reveals for the likes of Marvel Legends, NECA, Mezco, Super 7. Hopefully, I'm hoping we'll show off some new Thundercat stuff. Maybe even McFarlane Toys will have some new DC Comics stuff on hand. I haven't heard anything specific since San Diego, but at that convention they were hoping to maybe have something here at this one. So we'll have to wait and see. But definitely be sure to check out the website starting on Thursday, and then I will have some videos here as well on YouTube. And as always, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about everything I talked about today. And then subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video, and hit that like button. You can also follow me on my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. I have links to those in the video description as well. Until next time, guys, I'll catch you later.